There's a simple ritual done with nothing more than an ordinary bucket that spiritual millionaires swear should never be shared publicly. They don't talk about it in interviews, they don't teach it in seminars, but every single one of them does it because it's powerful, powerful enough to shift the energetic field of your home in just a few minutes, to turn your doorway into a living channel of financial attraction. But there's a reason this secret stays hidden. If you do it the wrong way, it can open an energetic gap, one that attracts debt, loss, or sickness. And the truth is, most people have been doing it wrong for years, without even realizing it. Today, I'm going to show you the 3 steps of this ritual. One of them involves a substance that should never be touched with bare hands. But don't do anything yet. Don't open the door. Don't move a thing. Before you begin, you need to understand what no one has ever told you about the energy of your home, and only those who stay until the end will discover what the wealthy do in silence before each new cycle of prosperity. Before we go on, write this in the comments, "I accept," because those who do, they're the ones who activate the release. Before I reveal exactly what goes inside that bucket, you need to understand something deeper. Something no book, no self-help course, no viral video has ever explained. Something that separates those who live in constant scarcity from those who seem to attract wealth even while they sleep. There's a truth that spiritual billionaires know, but never speak about in public. It's not written in books or hidden in secret societies. It lives in the invisible rhythm of energy that flows through the spaces you inhabit, and everything begins at your doorway. Your front door isn't just wood, metal, or glass. It's a vibrational portal, a threshold that regulates, filters, and transforms the energetic frequency of everything that enters your life. Each time you step across it, each emotion you carry through it leaves a mark, an energetic fingerprint that builds up like spiritual dust. Think about it. How many times have you walked into your home exhausted, frustrated, weighed down by worry or guilt? How many times have you brought in anger, fear, or shame? Every one of those emotions leaves a trace, and if no one consciously clears it, that energy stagnates. It clogs your flow. Wall Street magnates, Silicon Valley visionaries, and even old money European families all keep quiet rituals of energetic entry renewal. They call it the clearing point. But what they never mention is that this practice isn't new. It's ancient. In ancient Egypt, amulets were placed on thresholds to block forces of poverty. In Japan, homes are designed so that the Genkan dash, the entryway, acts as a spiritual filter. Across Native American traditions, leaves and symbols were used to purify the line between the outer world and the home. This isn't something new. You simply were never taught to see your home as a living, spiritual organism. Here's the key. Money doesn't enter places where energy is stuck. It flows where there is movement, clarity, and openness. If your entryway is energetically blocked by clutter, memories, emotional residue, it becomes a symbol of vibrational resistance. The ritual I'm about to share with you is a modern reconstruction of an ancient process. And yes, it's been tested by ordinary people who saw real change within days. But for it to work, you must understand, this is not a physical cleaning. It's a spiritual recalibration, a vibrational reset. And there's more. The bucket is only a channel. What truly activates the process is your intention aligned with the right moment in time. Almost no one knows this. But in the next few seconds, you'll discover not just what goes into the bucket, but when and where to place it. So the energetic frequency of your home can shift completely, because your door isn't just an entrance, it's a mirror. And what it reflects might be the very energy of lack you've been living with all along. Your front door isn't just a physical door, it's an energetic mirror, and everything that's stuck there is also stuck inside you. Think about it. Every single day you cross that threshold without realizing what it's saying about your life. You push the door open, rush inside, drop your keys somewhere, and move on. But in silence, that doorway holds the energetic signature of your inner world. If your door creaks, if it's dusty, cluttered, or kept locked even during the day, that's not random. It's symbolic. It means there's a block between you and the natural flow of prosperity. Across ancient spiritual traditions, the doorway is seen as the breath of the home. If it can't breathe, if it's choked with shoes, boxes, or forgotten things, it starts to mirror that stagnation back to you. And here's the wild part. That energy doesn't stay at the door. It shows up in your finances, relationships, even your health. If your money flow feels stuck, look at your entryway, literally. What's sitting there? A pile of old shoes? Dead plants? A worn-out doormat that hasn't been replaced in years? Stacks of mail and forgotten stuff? Like that space doesn't even matter? Every single one of those things speaks a symbolic language, because the energy of money is light, fast, and clean. It doesn't enter where it's not respected. And now comes the first revelation of the ritual. Your doorway needs to be reactivated as an energetic channel. To do that, you'll need clean water, coarse salt, and a bay leaf. But not just thrown together. These elements must be placed in a specific kind of bucket, facing outward, at the exact moment when your home is completely silent. Why silence? Because that's when the energetic field of your space opens up. When there's no noise, there's no resistance, and the water begins to absorb the energetic impressions that have built up. Like a spiritual sponge, the salt purifies. It breaks repeating patterns, cycles of lack, scarcity, or emotional heaviness. The bay leaf activates expansion. It carries the frequency of growth, victory, and new beginnings. Something ancient cultures from Rome to India believed in. But here's a warning. If you do this on the wrong day or at the wrong time, the results can be weak or even reversed. You need the right moment, and most of all, you need to understand that intention is the real force behind the act. If this is starting to make sense to you, hit the like button. Not for the algorithm, but to help more people wake up to this truth that's been hidden for centuries. In the next few seconds, I'll share a true story. A family on the brink of financial collapse who turned everything around in less than 30 days after doing this same simple ritual. But what they did next was even bolder. They had lost everything, and it was the night they gave up. that the miracle began. David and Sarah, a couple from upstate New York, lived in a small apartment with 2 kids, bills piling up, their car sold to pay for school, and an eviction notice already taped to the door. No matter how hard they worked, money just slipped through their fingers. One sleepless night, Sarah heard about this ritual, not in a video, but whispered during a late-night conversation with an older neighbor who almost never spoke about these things. "Do it," she said, "but only at the right time and with a clean heart." Sarah didn't have much, but she had an old bucket, a handful of salt, and a dried bay leaf forgotten in the kitchen drawer. She placed everything outside the door in silence, in the middle of the night, and most importantly, she did it with total surrender. For the next 3 days, nothing happened. The bucket just sat there, invisible. But on the 4th day, everything shifted. A former client of David's, gone for months, called out of nowhere with a new contract. A friend repaid an old debt she had already forgotten about. And Sarah's mother-in-law, without explanation, offered them a small house she'd kept empty for years. It wasn't magic, Sarah said. It felt like the tide had turned, as if the world finally noticed us again, and the most powerful moment came on the 8th day. Sarah dreamed of their old door opening by itself, bathed in golden light. And where the bucket had been, a small tree grew, its leaves shimmering like gold. You can call it coincidence if you want, but when stories like this repeat in different countries, different cultures, yet with the same ritual, it stops being coincidence. It becomes a vibrational pattern. What these people activated was more than a symbol. It was a field dash, a frequency of permission. Here's the question you need to ask yourself right now. Are you ready to allow, or are you still hiding behind the thought, well, it couldn't hurt to try? If you're truly ready, write it in the comments. I allow. Then pay attention to what happens over the next 48 hours. That small act of writing it down might be the first energetic release your field has been waiting for. In the next few moments, you'll discover the invisible signs that your entryway is energetically contaminated, and why so many people don't see results, even when they follow the ritual. The problem lies in what no one notices, the symptoms that hide in plain sight. If money flows in, but somehow always slips away, if things improve for a moment only to fall apart again, if you keep feeling like you're starting from zero, then yes, you've already been contaminated. It's a strong word, but I'm not talking about a physical illness. I'm talking about something more subtle and far more dangerous. Silent vibrational contamination. It doesn't shout. It doesn't announce itself. It seeps in through small habits, repeated thoughts, the little patterns you call bad luck. But in reality, they're energetic codes running in the background, keeping you stuck in invisible loops. Want to know if you're living it right now? Then pay attention to these signs. You clean your house, but the air still feels heavy, stale, as if energy isn't circulating. The plants near your front door wither quickly, even when you care for them. The door lock jams or creaks, no matter how much oil you use. You hear subtle clicks or knocks near the entrance, especially at night. Negative people often pause or stare at your front door for no reason. And the most subtle one of all, things keep almost working out, then fall apart at the very last minute. These are signals, quiet alarms from your energy field asking for help. But most people ignore them. They rationalize. They call it coincidence, and life just continues. But the more you ignore it, the deeper the blockage grows roots. Here's what almost no one knows. Doing the ritual isn't enough. If these symptoms persist, the effect of the bucket can actually reverse or neutralize itself. Because stagnant energy adapts. It resists. It fights back. It's like trying to clean a wound without removing the splinter. You don't have to believe any of this right now. Just observe. Look at your front door tonight with no filters. What do you see? More importantly, what do you feel? If what you feel is discomfort, doubt, or heaviness, that is your answer. Write in the comments, "I feel." If any of these signs have shown up in your life, and then watch how many others will write the same. You are not alone. You are simply unaware. In just a few seconds, I'll guide you through the complete ritual. But pay close attention. There's a detail no one ever reveals, a hand movement that must be done at the exact moment. Miss it, and the process stops cold. The universe is never silent. It's just waiting for you to tune in to the right frequency, so it can finally respond. You've made it this far, which already means something inside you refuses to settle for an ordinary life. You can feel it. You know it. There's more. There's a flow of abundance that isn't trapped in spreadsheets or blind hustle. It's energy. In your field, in the way you move, think, breathe, and connect to the space around you. And that's why what you're about to do is not superstition. It's an ancient symbolic code, one that activates invisible archetypes understood intuitively by sages, spiritual elites, and even the quiet money mystics of our time. But remember, every detail matters, every gesture, every pause, every silence, because what you're about to open is a vibrational rift, a portal of permission. And if you do it rushed, distracted, or doubting, that portal will not open. So now, get ready. Step 1. The sacred vessel. You'll need a bucket or bowl, but it must be clean and never used for dirt, trash, or cleaning products. Objects absorb energetic memory. Ideally, it should be white, clear, or a neutral tone. Avoid red, black, or printed designs. For the next 24 hours, this vessel will serve as the energetic womb of your home. Treat it as sacred. 2. The earth's water. Fill the bucket with natural water. Don't boil it. Don't use bottled spring water. Just use tap water, but do it consciously. As you pour the water, stay completely silent. No music, no voices, no scattered thoughts. Let the water feel your presence. This is the moment when the energetic field begins to form. 3. The salt, the cycle breaker. Now add 7 heaping tablespoons of coarse salt, one at a time. Don't just toss it in. Pour each spoon slowly, feeling the sound, the weight, the texture, and with each one, say silently in your mind, "I release my home from every cycle of scarcity." This salt isn't cleansing the water. It's cleansing you. Inherited energy, old emotions, repeating thoughts, Everything starts to dissolve here. 4. The bay leaf, the golden key. Take one whole bay leaf unbroken. If it's torn or wilted, don't use it. It represents the doorway to abundance. Bay leaves have been a symbol of victory and recognition since ancient times. Used in Rome, in Greece, even in modern spiritual traditions across the U.S., they carry the frequency of success. Place it floating on top of the water, shiny side up. It must remain visible, because for the next few hours, it will act as the spiritual eye of your home. 5. The bucket's position, where the portal forms. Now, take the bucket to the main entrance of your home, but don't put it right in the middle of the doorway. Place it on the left side as you walk in, close to the wall. That spot aligns with what ancient energy maps, like feng shui and Tibetan qi practices, call the axis of abundance. It's there that the vibration of prosperity rests and expands. 6. The time. The portal opens only between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. That 2-hour window is known in old traditions as the hour of spirit. It's when the collective mind is deeply asleep, and your personal energy field can reach higher frequencies without interference. If you perform the ritual outside this time frame, the opening will be weak or confused. If you can't do it tonight, wait for the next lunar cycle, preferably the new moon or waxing moon. 7. The secret gesture, the command of activation. Now comes the part most people skip, the gesture. With your right hand open, hold it above the bucket about 6 inches from the surface of the water. Draw 3 slow circles in the air, clockwise, not fast, slow enough to feel the air move with you. After the 3rd circle, bring your palm closer to the water, as if you were gently pressing light down into it. Then pause. Stay silent. Just feel. The vibration begins here. 8. The invisible closing. Now step back. Don't talk about this ritual with anyone for the next 24 hours. Don't touch the bucket. Don't take pictures. Don't post about it. The energy needs space to reorganize. Curiosity can sabotage it. Doubt can block it. After 24 hours, take the bucket to a place with earth, a garden, a potted plant, even a patch of soil near a tree. Pour the water slowly, in silence, with gratitude. You're returning transformed energy to the cycle of the earth. Never pour it down the drain. Never treat it as waste. This act closes the sacred loop. If you felt something shift just by hearing these words, write in the comments right now. Ritual initiated. That's your energetic seal, a vibrational signature that tells the universe, I'm ready. In the next few seconds, I'll show you the hidden signs that may appear in the next 7 days. Dreams, numbers, sensations, and also the second ritual, a step that should only be done by those who've already opened the first portal, and it holds an even greater power. Over the next 7 days, signs will begin to appear. Don't try to understand them with your mind. Feel them with your body. If you perform the ritual as revealed, the portal is now open. But this is only the first opening, the first crack in the energetic veil. Your home's field is now reorganizing. It's as if the frequency of your space is beginning to cleanse itself, layer by layer. You might feel lightness or restlessness. You might dream of symbols, see repeating numbers, or sense that something is about to happen. And it is. These are the echoes of the energy you've just set in motion. Many people report seeing 777, 888, or 1111 soon after doing this ritual. Others dream of doors opening, windows of light, or people they haven't seen in years. Some even feel a chill down their spine as they cross their own front door. Don't ignore any of it. Everything now is a response. But listen, with an open heart. This is not the end, it's the initiation. You've activated the first seal, but there are two more, and the second is even more powerful because it works not only with the energy of your home, but with your inner field, the vibration you emit when no one's watching, when you breathe, when you think about money, when you look at yourself in the mirror. This second ritual is silent, but deeply transformative. It uses an object most people already have at home, but almost no one uses it the right way. Those who understand energy, the spiritual wealthy, use it quietly, always at dusk, only after the first portal has been activated. But be careful. This next step should only be done by those who've already felt the signs. If you haven't seen or sensed any yet, wait. Your moment will come. The right time always arrives. If you're ready to receive the second ritual, write in the comments, "I accept the next seal." That's not just a comment. It's a declaration, a vibrational permission slip. And share this video with someone who needs to open their life to prosperity. You might be the channel that frees another soul from invisible scarcity. Subscribe now, because in the next video, I'll reveal the ancient secret ritual once used by Himalayan monks to attract wealth, without ever touching money. And remember, this is not the end. It's the beginning of your conscious cycle of abundance. Your home is now breathing, and the universe is listening.